Hey guys, Matt here. So I am a Palantir shareholder. I want to start things off with that. Returning visitors in my channel know that I am very bullish on the stock. I made a tons of videos. I have a whole playlist which you can watch up here, in which I talk great things about Palantir. And it is a fantastic company, and it is a company I plan on investing further into. However, this is not a to the moon channel. On this channel, I like to get critical every once in a while. And I want to look at some of the things that, in my humble opinion, Palantir could improve upon. So let's get into it. So I'm going to start things off with a compliment in that Palantir, if you've been researching the company, I mean, you would know that Palantir has very strong financial performance on the top line. I mean, it's been getting massive revenue growth year over year, and that seems to only be getting better and better. However, you will note that the loss from operations does not seem to coincide. And that is because of the stock-based compensation. The stock-based compensation, I mean, you will note that over the years, it's been terrible, man. It's been absolutely crazy. Like, and it's the reason why with 2020 and 2021, with massive revenue growth, you still have net losses that, like I said earlier, do not coincide. The stock-based compensation is a big factor in that. Now, these are non-cash expenses, so you will note that, I mean, Palantir is cash flow positive. It's just that, you know, it looks really... This is something that really should be hopefully go away in the near future. And from what I gather, it is. Over the next year or so, as long as Palantir doesn't surprise us, this stock-based compensation should lessen drastically. And if it does, and I've said this multiple times, Palantir should be profitable, at least operating profitable by the end of this year, maybe early next year. But the stock-based compensation is a thing that I know a lot of investors are watching out for. Here is my biggest problem with Palantir right now. Now, as you probably know, Palantir is a very strong performer financially. It's doing really good things. It's out here winning awards and Dresdner Wisdom and all that good stuff. It's expanding its partnership with the U.S. Space Systems Command. It's doing a lot of cool things with the boots on the ground, and that also assures me that it has a very strong sales force behind it, right? Because the salespeople are the ones selling the product. However, my problem is in Palantir's ability to sell itself during the earnings call. And during my research on the internet, I know I'm not alone in thinking this. Now, I want to play you this clip from their latest quarterly report, and I want you to listen to the question. I want you to listen to the answer.
Thanks, Sham. Dave, this next question's for you. Deepak C asks, when is the company targeting to be GAAP profitable?
Thank you, Deepak. We had a negative 9% GAAP operating margin in Q1, an improvement from negative 14% in Q4, and from negative 33% in Q1 2021. So we're making significant progress. And Q1 was our strongest GAAP quarter to date. And not to mention, last year, for the full year, we posted $424 million in adjusted free cash flow with a 31% adjusted operating margin. And we're already off to a strong start this year. But with that said, we're preparing for a world that has the highest chance of a nuclear war in my lifetime, let alone since my parents are kids. And as Alex discussed, the quality of our government revenue, as viewed through growth, margin performance, durability, and resilience, is unique to Palantir. We think this uniqueness will be incredibly important in the quarters to come.
So I think I know what Dave was trying to say, but honestly, I don't think Dave, at face value or anywhere close beyond that, came anywhere close to answering that question. The question was, when did the company expect to be GAAP profitable? And the answer we got was a tangent on something completely different. Now, the guy didn't say, oh, here's the date, here's the idea. The guy didn't say, we don't know. The guy didn't say, I'm not going to answer that question. He didn't say anything. He went off on a completely unrelated tangent. Yeah, I guess the answer is sometime soon, but we don't know. But that's my problem with Palantir is, yeah, they're making money, so their sales team really, the sales team is working, just not on this earnings call. It's like, in my first job as a network engineer, I'm sold to a lot. And you're not supposed to make it that obvious that you're being sold to. You're not supposed to make it that obvious. You're supposed to speak to them like a human being. And I think Palantir, instead of hiring human beings to do this earnings call, they just created a Palantir robot AI to do the call for them. That's what it sounds like. And I invite you to listen to the rest of this earnings call. Like, the numbers are great. The numbers are fantastic. It's just that the way they're presented, like, you don't gotta try that hard, Palantir. So yeah, the stock-based compensation, I believe that's something that's going to fix itself over the next year or so. So I'm not too worried about that. But the way they sell themselves during the earnings call, that's something I really hope they work on in the next couple of quarters. Like, they don't really have to try so hard. Just speak to us like human beings. But anyways, take care, have a great day, and eat your vegetables.